Welcome back. I have enjoyed this chair at the WDIV anchor desk for quite a few years now, but there was before me another man who cast the mold that I hope all current and future occupants of it will continue to respect and observe. Mort Krim has a new book out. It is called, fittingly, Anchored: A Journalist's Search for Truth. It is so good to have Mort back with us on these very familiar airwaves. Mort, really good to see you. You look and sound terrific, as you always do. How are you?
Thank you, Devin. It's nice to be on the air without a tie.
I dream about that day coming one day down the line. I want to start more with the title of the book, which I think says a lot. It's really interesting to call it, to say, a journalist's search for truth. That's obviously the job description for all of us who move into the journalism trade. But I think what you meant here was searching for your own truth and figuring out the truth about your own life. Am I right?
That is right, Devin. The theme of this book is not the search for facts as we journalists practice it. Whenever we go out on a story, we try to find the truth about the story and then convey the truth to the best of our ability. But this is really about a journalist's search, my search for larger truths, the cosmic truth. Why are we here? What's it all about? What is God like? Is there even a God? And I grew up in a very conservative, religiously conservative and politically conservative home where everything was fairly black and white. My father was a minister in an evangelical church, and we had the truth. You didn't question the Bible. You didn't question the role of Jesus in the world, and you didn't question God.
Yeah.
But as I grew up, the old-time religion that was good enough for Mammy and good enough for Pappy, it just wasn't good enough for me. I had to ask the questions, why do they believe? What's the basis for their belief? Is it just something that was handed down from their parents to them and then to my sister and to me? And so I left my study for the ministry and pursued a career in journalism because, as you just said, the job of the journalist is to find truth. And I thought, unencumbered by any previous notions of what is true and what is valid, I can start on this search and test things and try to decide for myself. And it's been an incredible lifelong journey.
And I'm going to guess that just like me and so many others who came out of that fabric of journalism, you're just as baffled as I am that now we find ourselves so at odds over what, for instance, this idea of alternative facts, and that we can't agree on what truths are. What a bizarre place we've arrived.
It's a dangerous situation, Devin. When you and I were growing up, we grew up in the era of Cronkite and Huntley Brinkley and Tom Brokaw after that, and these people who kind of brought the country together around a common set of facts. We watched the evening news, and we would come to different opinions based on our political views, on our own personal life experiences, but there wasn't that much argument over what was true, what was factual. Now we can't even agree. Black is white, white is black, up is down. It's a very dangerous thing for a democracy when we go beyond just having diverse opinions and can't even agree on what's real.
And you occasionally share your thoughts on social media. You found yourself having to pull back from even that because everything is hyper-politicized. But you point out in the book that with the Trump presidency, it was the first time in your life, even though people love to throw stones at the media all the time, it was the first time that you'd ever been described as, or our craft had been described as, an enemy of the people.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. We're not the enemy of the people. Thomas Jefferson said if he had to choose between newspapers or the press and Congress or the government, he would take the press. And we've always been a valued backstop to keep tabs on everything else that's happening in society, to keep tabs on what business and labor and education, and especially the government, the people who really have so much control over our lives. And when this fourth estate, as we've traditionally been called, as an entity called into question and said they're the enemies of the people. That's a very dangerous thing for democracy. Democracy can't function without an informed citizenry, and we have a responsibility to inform people, whether they like the facts or not.
Yeah. Mort, you describe not only some of the highlights of your life and your career, but you also, I think, tried to take an honest look at some of the things that that you didn't do well, some of your own personal foibles. You were paired early on in one of the most famous early pairings of an anchor woman and an anchor man with Jessica Savage in Philadelphia. And a lot of the headlines of the people who have written about your book and people who have reviewed it can't help themselves from glomming onto the fact that you admitted to an affair with Jessica. I'm wondering, as I said, you wanted to be honest with yourself about your own life. Have you regretted including that in the book, given how much attention it's received, or is that just sort of human nature?
That was one of the most difficult decisions, whether to include that part of my life in the book or not. And
yeah.
Interestingly enough, it was my children who convinced me, my son and my daughter. They said, "Dad, you know, a lot of people think you're kind of the Pat Boone of news. You never made a mistake. You lived a clean, good life." And essentially that's true. But they said, "You need to tell the real story, warts and all. If you're going to tell your memoir, you can't gloss over or try to hide those parts of your life that you're ashamed of, that you're sorry about, that represented a real failing on your part." And both of the principals involved, the two women who were involved, my wife and Jessica, are both gone now. They're deceased.
Yep.
And so after much consideration, putting it in the book, taking it out of the book, we finally made the decision that let's just tell it all.
Yeah. Well, Mort, you were always such a thought leader around here for us, and that's evident in your book as well. I have a certain skepticism about trying to replace a legend, and but I tell people, you don't want to follow somebody like Mort Krim, but on the other hand, Mort Krim was exactly the kind of person that I wanted to follow. And I'm just delighted to have you back again. I'm so glad you've been a friend and a fixture in my life for a long time. Congratulations on the book, and I'm so glad we got to talk about it today.
Devin, thank you so much. You know, legend is just old man, Latin for old. And but thank you very much. Could I get in a plug for my website?
Quickly.
MortKrimSpeaks.com. You get an autographed copy of the book if you order it. MortKrimSpeaks.com.
Super. And wherever excellent books are sold. Mort, thanks so much. We'll take a quick break. Back with more on Flashpoint right after this.